Hi, morning. Right, I thought I'd go back on and do the homepage photograph of the Beddington farm, old oak tree. It's on my homepage. It's the one you see. It's had quite a few views now, only because it's there. It's not one of the better ones I've done, but I like the view, and I shall be cycling along that path very soon. So I wet the paper. Now the palette is lemon yellow, raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's grey and burnt sienna. The paper is Fabriano, £130 weight, and I'm painting with the 2-inch hake and a rigger. So the first thing I'll do is to warm the whole page up with some slightly dirty raw sienna. So I just put it all over. We're looking after a friend's children today, so they've been very quiet on the floor and they're watching me paint. So if you hear a little noise, don't be alarmed. It'll be Holly and Aaron. So I'm sure you don't mind. Right, okay. So, what we had some trees, a path, a bit of a slight mound here with some trees on, and a lovely oak tree in the distance with some more trees. And I was very much taken with the oak tree. We'll do a spring scene. Spring is springing as we speak, and I like the painting itself. As I say, it's not one of my best, but it sums up what I like about landscape painting. So we'll put a fairly bright sky in, so a bit of blue, a bit of ultramarine. So that'll do it. And then we'll mix a bit of light red in with that. Then that'll give us our cloud colour. All right. Bit more red in there, I think. The red sort of complements the. It's a bit dirty. I'll just clean it off. Maria Kellner, one of my subscribers and contributor to the comments, has made some wonderful suggestions that I'm using to spray the palette with a bit of water to soften the paints initially, and to keep it overnight in a, or when not in use, in a Ziploc bag, which is so good. I didn't have one. I phoned around, and one of my friends had one, freezer bag, the right size. So I'll show you because it's such a good tip. No, I didn't think of it, but anyway, that I'll spray it before I finish for the day, and I'll put it into this Ziploc. Look, do the zip up, and it's airtight, and it'll stay moist till you use it next time. Great idea, Maria. Thank you. Right, now I'll reclip the paper as it's expanding, and then I'll put in some of well, I dry it off a little bit because it's just a little bit wet across here. Just take a bit of the shine off, and now I'll put in some background, some yellowy ultramarine trees in the back, nice springy sort of colours. Can mix in a bit of sienna as well. Bit of blue in there in the background, just to stretch the landscape back. Okay, that'll do a bit of red in there, a bit of shadow. So that'll show the distance. And come down a bit here. Get some nice yellow and the sienna in there. Nice spring sort of colours. A bit of shadow there. That's where the showing the shape of the hill. Bit of burnt umber and a bit of Payne's grey. And I'll just show some trees sticking up with their winter foliage or winter twigs showing through. Okay, I'll get a nice bit of shadow in there. We can flick out some trees. It's not sort of wasteland. It's behind. Well, I think it was all part of the old Beddington estate, where owned by the Sackville family. One of the daughters married Sir Walter Raleigh, and Queen Elizabeth was a frequenter of this area in the 17th century or late 16th century. Carrows of Beddington. So I want that dark here so that I can counterchange the light greens. There's a bit of sparkle there. The path goes round there, but I'll put that in. Well, no, I'll put it in now to remind me that it's got to go in. So a bit of light red. It's a shingle mud. It gets very wet and flooded. Okay, so that'll be the path. So now I can put in some nice lemon yellow and some sienna. Vary the colours. Bit of dark, bit of umber, bit of sienna. Trees sticking up out of that, which I shall put in. Okay, so that'd be the path. And put a bit of shadow in here. Bit of rough ground shadow. We'll do the same here. Right. They're being very quiet, aren't they? Very good children. Bit of shadow in there. I do want this to be a quick sketch. And we'll get back to entertaining children. Right, a bit more dark in there. Now that's drying off there, we can strengthen up this dark counterchange area with the hill. Right. A bit of blue here. Right, so now we can just sketch out some more trees. Some grasses. We can even use some pebbly stuff, which is quite a rough path anyway. Look across here, so we can just show it. And some grass. Out here and there. Okay, So now we can re-stretch the paper, have a spit of tea quickly, and then go back to doing some detail. Right, now we've got one large tree. I'm going to just dry that off a bit, so hold your ears. Okay, so we're going with the harder stuff now, so we'll have a tree coming up here. Don't want to make too much of this one. There's a railway that goes behind all this, the main Brighton line to Victoria, London Bridge. Nice and dark, and I can scratch out a little bit of bounce in it. Okay. Now I want to put some greens in there for the spring colour. Good strongish green, bit of Payne's grey. You need a bit of cloth to take the excess moisture off your brush. So a bit of raw sienna in there as well, I think. So, and I'll put a darker green in there just to show some shadow. So that'll show, and then we've got another tree coming up over here. Put several in here, but subordinate to the one on the left. It's just going up the slope. On the right now, it's all landscape that they've been quarrying and filling in with land with rubbish, refuse, and re-landscaping the whole place. So what was a lovely flat area is now hilly with lakes. Eventually it will be open to the public, which would be lovely. It'd be a nice recreation area. Oh, let's just put these in. Bit of dark. Right. And we'll put some greens on there. Then I'll put in the background. Just rough this path up because it's not it's a track. So let's just show these pebbly. Right, okay. So far so good. So let's put in this oak tree. I'll try and do it with the hake. It comes up sticking out. I'll do it with rigor. I want it to look a little bit graphic. Oh, there's the rigor. Got it. Okay, so knock up a dark colour. Right, are you watching? Right, I will. This sort of oak tree goes, a lot of it looks dead, but it's far from dead. but you get some dead branches sticking out. So I'm making this up. And it's got a lot of ivy on it, so I'll put that in as well. Just thicken it up a little bit. Okay, a bit of ivy in there. So I'll use Payne's green. It's got a greeny sort of. Yeah, that's looking alright. So that's the old oak tree, and I'll just put a little bit of green over it, a bit of bluey green, I think. Just there, that just shows a little bit of nice foliage on it. Now I'll do some figures. Find a figure brush. Oops, sorry, I've jogged the camera. Oh, it's looking quite bright, isn't it? Don't go on the camera, because your mum might not like it. She's not allowed. Right, okay, the figure. Right, I'm going to put it. I'd like to use a bit of a red coat. I didn't leave a lot of space for that, did I? So I'll do it dark. I'll do it figure dark. So.
How did you do it? I just went like that, but now it's all lit. Make it up. I can't make it up.
So he's marching down the path and we put a bit of shadow in.
Look, now it's off. I'll get this a little bit now.
Okay, what he'll do, it's just a
My team.
sketchy sort of.
I get this a little bit now. Okay. You have to install it.
Probably his legs aren't long enough. But
This is where you hold it.
we'll put another one there, I think. We'll show that the cheese. Just further on. I'll make that figure a bit bigger there. Let's go spring day, remember? So a bit cool. A couple of little bites. Okay, I'll sign it. Now, it's probably not as good as the original, but I've always liked the original for some reason. I painted it after within 3 hours of taking the photograph in April 2013. So I'd only been doing these demos for about 3 months by then. I'll just put some of these back in there, just to show there's some stuff going out there. Right, okay. I could probably do some other hard show some new life, an old life. Do these with a rigger. with some dark green.
Holly, when you finish,
Just some texture in this. It's all very rough ground. Bit of some branches in the tree on the right, but fairly faint. Okay, that'll do this. See, he's a bit dark, that figure, I think. But if I can just lift out his face a little bit, that might just add a highlight to it. I forgot to leave a bit of that light. So I'll just take a little bit out of that there. Probably a bit too much. Let's just take his hat there. Yeah, just put a bit of colour in there for his face colour. Not entirely convincing figure. Just put a little bit of that back there. No, that didn't work, so I'll leave that, I'll let that go. I'll put it in a mount and we'll have a look. So the old oak tree again. I think I've done this in acrylic or oil as a demo. I can't remember now, I've done so many. Right, okay, so there we are, there's plenty of colour in it. The figure's a little bit dark, but anyway, that's quite an accurate depiction of that bike ride, riding on my bike, of going round where all the quarries. It's Beddington Farm, I think that's what they call it. It's a large piece of mostly unused land, or was, but now, as I say, they're doing a lot of quarrying, taking out a lot of shingle, gravel, and infilling with refuse, and adding water and making it quite a nice area. So there we are. So thanks for watching. I'll zoom you in. You can have a little look around. It'd be better if I pull the. No, I'll let that go. I've got my camera board at about 45-degree angle on this, but I can't get my camera. I will try. Usual problem. Oh, that's better. Okay, so zoom. So there's our background. There's the old oak tree. It's not a huge oak tree, but it's just in the landscape. I've done the scratching there a bit, and that's the tree on the right, scruffy tree, and on the bank there, just these. I've tried to show you the freshness of spring with this. I'll see what you think. I'll go and get this uploaded and you can pass your comments. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.